They ended up doing a story on her being in Hawaii with Papoose, right? And Papoose's side chick allegedly popped up and said, I'm in Hawaii staying pretty too. Now, Remy Ma has already spilled the wine on Clarissa not being the only one and how desperate she's been over having Papoose by her side. I mean, she is, you know, what do you call it? Like the greatest fighter, whatever, boxer. You know what I'm saying? I'm not negating what she's done, but she's obviously number one in her class. And so she's been winning a lot of belts, and she's that chick, right? I wouldn't want to fight her. I'm gonna stay in the house. I ain't getting out the car. I ain't coming outside.
Y'all, what I'm about to tell you today is wild. Like, grab your popcorn, because this ain't just regular gossip. This is full-blown drama, secrets, betrayal, and some unexpected turns that had me going, wait, what? So first of all, can we talk about how Tasha K just woke up and chose violence again? I mean, this woman never runs out of battery. She's coming for everybody, but this time, her target is none other than Claressa Shields. Yup, the Claressa. Olympic gold medalist, undefeated boxing champ, the GWOAT herself. But here's the thing, this ain't just about some celebrity beef. Tasha is making claims that could seriously mess with Claressa's entire image. And if that wasn't enough mess for one day, wait till we get into this Papoose situation. Y'all remember how we all used to look at Remy Ma and Papoose like relationship goals? Yeah, well, according to what's coming out now, that relationship might be going through it, and there's another woman in the picture. Now, let me start from the top because y'all need to hear every detail, step by step. We're gonna walk through it all like we're watching a movie. So don't blink. You'll miss something. Okay, so, Claressa Shields. A living legend. The kind of woman who will stare down a camera and say she's the best, and then back it up every single time. She's got medals, she's got belts, she's been on talk shows and movies, even MMA. She's built this whole brand on being unbeatable, untouchable, unapologetically bold. And you know what? People respect that. Even if some folks find her loud or too much, she's earned her spot. But what happens when someone like that, someone who seems to have it all together, starts getting their personal life dragged into the spotlight? What happens when someone like Tasha K starts throwing out accusations that could really hit Claressa where it hurts? So here's what went down. A few days ago, Tasha K dropped one of her infamous I Got the Tea videos. You know the ones. She's sitting in her little setup with that glass of wine, smirking like she already knows she's about to break the internet. And she starts talking about Claressa Shields. At first, it's light, talking about her attitude, her presence, how she dominates every room she's in. But then it shifts. Suddenly, Tasha leans in and says, y'all think Claressa's life is all gold medals and endorsements? Baby, she's been hiding something, and it's not just her hands she's been swinging. Now I know what you're thinking. Here go Tasha again, always trying to stir up mess. But the way she delivered it, she had dates, she had a timeline, she even had alleged voice notes. And what she was hinting at, let's just say it wasn't about boxing. Tasha claimed that Claressa's personal life, specifically her romantic situation, was a lot more complicated than people realized. She said there was a secret relationship, one that had been going on for a while, and that Claressa was allegedly involved with someone who's not just low profile, but already committed. That's when the internet lost it. People started connecting dots, pulling up pictures, going through old tweets, old interviews. Some folks said they always felt like Claressa was hiding something. Others said this was just Tasha being messy again, like she always does when views are low. But wait, it gets deeper. Tasha didn't stop there. She suggested that this mystery partner was actually tied to Claressa's business dealings, that there was money involved, possible power dynamics. And the craziest part? She hinted that someone in Claressa's camp, like real close to her, had turned on her and given up info. Now, if that's true, that's betrayal on a whole new level. Imagine being a champion, the top of your game, and someone you trusted is out here leaking your private life to a gossip blogger? And up until now, Claressa's been silent. No tweets, no statements, not even a shady post. Nothing. Which, low-key makes it worse, right? Because if it was all lies, wouldn't you just shut it down? say something? Unless there's some truth there? And look, I'm not here to say Claressa did anything wrong. Everyone's allowed to have a private life. But when you're a public figure, especially one known for confidence, dominance, and being the realest in the game, the second the public smells anything off, it becomes a feeding frenzy. People start questioning everything. Was the GWAT really that real? Or was it all image? Now here's my take. I don't think Claressa owes the world every detail of her life. But if there's truth to what Tasha said, and especially if someone close to her really sold her out, that's something she's gonna have to face. Because now people are watching. And let's be honest, in this era of receipts and screenshots, things never stay hidden for long. But just when I thought I'd seen enough drama for 1 week, boom, out comes the Papoose situation. And listen, this one hurts. Like, deep in the chest. Because y'all remember how we used to look at Remy Ma and Papoose like the blueprint, right? He held her down through her prison time. He was there every step of the way. Birthdays, anniversaries, interviews, always showing love, always respectful, always by her side. People used to say, that's black love right there. That's loyalty. But now the streets are talking. And what they're saying? Phew. Apparently, Papoose has been seen getting a little too close to another woman. Not once, but multiple times. And it ain't just fan speculation. There's pictures, videos, and even whispers from insiders saying this might have been going on for a while. They're calling her a side chick. But if the timelines are accurate, it's looking less like a side and more like a full-on other relationship. And the kicker? Some folks think this ain't just some random woman, but someone Remy actually knows. That's when things start to feel real messy. Because if it's someone from their circle, that's betrayal on betrayal. That's not just cheating, that's a stab in the back. And before y'all say it, no, Remy hasn't said a word either. But what's weird? She's been acting different. Her social media is quieter. Some cryptic quotes. A lot of solo pictures. People are reading into everything. And if you know how these celebs operate, silence usually means something is happening behind the scenes. Now, let's pause here for a second. Let's think about what's happening. Two powerful, public women, Claressa Shields and Remy Ma, both possibly dealing with betrayal. One by someone in her personal circle, the other by her man of over a decade. Both staying silent. Both under a microscope. And the world is watching. It makes you wonder, what's really going on behind these perfect images we see? See, the thing about fame is that it looks good on the outside. The outfits, the cars, the awards, the interviews. But inside, it can be lonely, messy, chaotic. And when you've spent years building this image, the strong woman, the loyal couple, the undefeated champ, any crack in that image becomes headline news. Tasha K knows this. She knows how to stir that pot. She knows when someone's silence means there's a story. And whether you love her or hate her, she's almost always strategic about who she goes after. She doesn't just throw random names in the mix. She waits until there's already tension bubbling under the surface, and then boom, she lights the match. So the real question is, did she light it this time? Or did she just reveal a fire that was already burning? As for Claressa, if the rumors are true, I just hope she finds peace. No matter how tough someone is on the outside, betrayal cuts deep. Especially when it comes from someone you trusted. And in this industry, trust is rare. And Papoose, if what they're saying is actually true, that's going to be a hard fall from grace. This isn't just about a rumor or some messy headline. This is about a man who was respected, genuinely admired. For years, people held him up as the definition of loyalty and real love. He wasn't chasing clout, wasn't out here in scandals or drama. He stood tall as someone who moved differently in an industry that's full of betrayal, fake love, and temporary relationships. We thought he was the exception, the kind of man who proved that true partnership still existed. People really looked up to him. Some even modeled their relationships after what they saw between him and Remy. He was considered the ultimate ride or die, the husband who waited patiently while his wife served time, who welcomed her back with open arms and never made it about him. But now, If it's true that he stepped out on Remy, and especially if it was with someone close to them, someone they both trusted, that's not just disappointing, that's devastating. It's betrayal on a level that shakes people. Because when someone who represented loyalty messes up like that, it hits differently. It makes people question everything. And honestly, it's going to take a lot for the public to forgive him, if they ever do. Trust once broken, especially publicly, isn't easy to rebuild. And Remy? Man, where do you even begin? That woman has survived so much. From doing serious time, to becoming a mother, to navigating a tough industry where women are constantly underestimated. She kept going. She rebuilt her name, her brand, her life. And through it all, she had Papoose by her side. He was her constant. So if she really got blindsided like this, I don't blame her for staying silent. Sometimes silence is protection. Sometimes it's power. And sometimes it's just pain too deep to put into words.